Hello.
Hello. Good day to you, sir.
Feeling pretty today.
Oh, whoa. You got some really nice looking bangs there, Michael.
Thank you. You like that?
I mean, really well done.
I think it fits.
It looks like you're back in your old emo phase.
I know. Don't waste your time on me. Pretty good. Get this
Oh,
off.
man. That's
This
like
was this
maturity catching
was
up to you. Adulthood.
this was on my laptop before we started the show, left by my wife, and
Those
it
are her
bothered
armpit
me.
cuppings.
She puts it right here when she wants to feel really Brooklyn, like. She wants to go full liberal.
Just let it grow, let it hang.
But hey, be free, baby, be free, be loud, and be proud.
Oh, man.
From different places. But yeah, this is disgusting. Get that away. Figured not included. Welcome. Hello, everyone.
Welcome, welcome.
Happy day to you all. How are you, Ned? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good, man. It's been a busy day for me today. So
Mm.
yeah, a lot of stuff going on. But I'm happy to be here and talking to you about what we love: toys, and more toys.
Always more. What's been going on at the shop the last week?
Oh, it's just been busy. A lot of new stuff coming in. A lot of vintage stuff. We're sorting through, putting out pricing. So a lot of cool things hitting the shelves. We've had a lot of like new things come in, and a lot of like back stock that we've just been sitting on for a long time that we're finally getting around to organizing. So yeah, but I did have a little downtime today. I finally got to see Frankenstein on the old
Hey, you saw Frankenstein.
Netflix. Yeah, I felt bad because
Nice.
you got to
Nice.
see it so early, and I had not gotten to see it.
Four times. Four
So I
times.
saw it. It was good, man. Guillermo del Toro knows how to do it. He knows how to
He got the
wield it.
sauce, man. He got the sauce.
He sure does. It was a beautifully done movie.
He's got that scary sauce.
He really does. He just, sautés everything in that delicious sauce.
He's like got the walk,
Yeah,
just going
he
crazy
knows
with
how
it.
to toss it. He does. He does. And it
He's
just
a good yeah. Del
yeah,
Tasso.
he cooked a delicious movie. It was really really fun. I mean, Frankenstein, something that he loves, and it showed. Really really good take on the movie. Felt very uh, you know, what's the word? Like there was a lot
Relevant?
of emotion attached to it. Like
Mm.
you would think it's like a monster movie, but there was a lot of heart in
Yeah,
this movie. And I think just
yeah.
in Frankenstein, people don't, if they're not super familiar with Frankenstein in the movies and the books, pretty much, it's not so much about the monster being the monster. It's more about
Right.
the monster that humans are to try to be
Us.
God and do
Yeah.
all these things and man, they did such a great job. Performances were so good, and Oscar
Come on.
and
Come on.
Jacob and
Apollo, Mia, Waltz.
yeah, I'm trying to remember everybody's names. Oh, and Christoph. Yeah, there was a great cast assembled there, and they did a really
What are
good
their
job of
names?
it. What was that?
What are their names?
Christoph Waltz,
Uh-huh.
Mia Goth,
Yeah.
Jacob Elordi,
Nailed it.
and Oscar something.
Oscar Star Wars, you had said.
Oscar post Star Wars. But yeah, very good movie. I just
Well
want to tell you
named.
that I watched it and that I loved it, and that if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a really fun movie. Like I said, I'm not a huge Frankenstein guy. I like werewolf a little more. I've always liked
Yeah.
Dracula, but this take was really really good. And if you want to see a good movie, regardless of the genre, it's an amazingly done movie.
Yeah. Well, we call ourselves Wereboys. That's been our
Yeah, we were
nickname for a
werewolves for
while.
a little while.
Yeah.
Wereboys until you guys stopped playing a
Wereboys.
video game. I think we all kind of stopped video gaming.
Yeah, we did. We used to do a lot of Halo runs as the Wereboys.
Yeah,
BOYZ because we were cool like that.
we were so edgy.
So yeah, we were pretty edgy, straight edge. Not really straight edge, but edge, straight edgy, straight
Sure.
edge ish.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. If you say so, Michael.
The theater by my place. I checked the screenings for Frankenstein. We're gonna go see a movie tomorrow. I saw The Crow yesterday, which is
Oh,
pretty
that was
cool.
terrible, huh?
No, what do you mean it's terrible? No, the old one, not the remake.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the new Skarsgård
No,
movie.
no, not the Skarsgård junk. But no disrespect to him, but yeah, I don't want to see that movie. No, they
Oh
they
man,
they had the old '92. Is it
that's
'92?
awesome. Yeah, I just got the 4K release of it and super excited to watching all its high def glory. Man, that opening scene with the crow over the city,
'94.
the whole very like dark gothic kind of, you
Yeah,
know, uh,
bleeding.
cinematography that was it's just such a beautifully done movie. You know, I guess you could
Alex
say
Proyas.
I think even the like it's a little dated in like a little bit of the filming, but I think it adds just to the feel of that kind of like 90s goth type of thing
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah,
happening
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So it doesn't really detract. It just makes it feel more real, like beefy.
No, I just feel like I'm in that world. You know,
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah.
that place. It's cool. It's like stylistic.
Yeah, it
It's
just feels like it's more so because of like just because it does have so much of that kind of 90s cliche
yeah,
moviness to it.
yeah. Like the music too. Everything about it is so
Oh, that
so
Cure
90s.
soundtrack, I mean, oh my gosh, it's man, if you were into that kinda like goth, kinda, dark,
Yeah, if you had this hair
gritty,
on over your head
with
like
that
this,
hair,
you
yeah,
know,
I mean, you gotta wear that when you
then
go to watch it, Michael. You
I
better
should
be
have worn this in a black coat.
you
Exactly.
gotta do it, you gotta do it.
We'll do it next time. We'll do it next time for sure. Yeah, no, it was cool to see that. So that theater by me, showing Frankenstein, which is on Netflix streaming, sold out showings. So people love
Yeah,
their
it's
Frank.
definitely a movie you would very much enjoy on the large screen because it is such a beautiful movie.
Sumptuous. Yeah, lots of color. We try to give you a sumptuous show on figures not included. Let's just get to the toys then. Oh, can you? I want to just ask people if you could show your outfit.
Oh, yeah, so, and the reason we had a really funny, moment at the shop today. And I'll let you guys interpret. I walked in, I was wearing my nice outfit. You see, I had my, nice hidden tempo brown shirt on. I
Put it
had
on.
matching brown corduroy shorts, not shorts, pants, and I had my, nice,
I was imagining you with corduroy shorts.
yeah, yeah. Hey, man, that might work. I'm gonna try. I'm probably gonna cut these at the knees during the summer and sport
You
the hell out.
gotta please do that. Yeah.
Anyway, I walked into work and one of my guys looks at me and is like, "Hey, you're looking really brown today," and I'm like, "Was that racist?"
Did you
What was he
just
trying to
racially
say?
profile me?
I was like, Did he call ice on me? What?"
That's code
And then
word for
and then I
yo.
looked at my outfit. He was like, "Oh, the outfit." I was like, "Oh, oh, okay, okay,
No,
my bad."
wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that, man.
pretty bad.
Looking real brown
Oh,
today.
yeah, Mikey liked that story.
That was it. It gave me a good chuckle, a good chortle. I like that one. It's
It was
all. It's
funny.
look. I mean, look. It looks good on you. You can rock the brown chromatic look, monochrome
You
brown
gotta own
chromatic.
it, Michael. You gotta own I look like
You
a
owned it.
walking
Yeah.
I look like a walking turd going to work.
The turd never looked so good. Like, it's just like a
Oh,
polished turd.
alright, let's get to the toys, Michael.
Okay.
Let's just get to the toys.
Oh, I'm gonna die here. But hot toy news. So last week we are talking about Kith, or Keith. I can't figure out
I
the
think it's
pronunciation.
Kith, but, Keith is just easy to say.
Let's say Keith for now, right? Until someone corrects us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had their Marvel versus Capcom line launched last week. I decided to go to one of the local stores. We have about three, I think, in New York, and I picked the wrong one.
You shit the bed on
Um,
that, Michael.
I really did shit the bed.
I mean, man, I was disappointed.
I should have been wearing the brown, all brown prior
I
to that.
know.
Nah, man, because so this is what happened. So if you guys don't know, Keith, they are working in conjunction with Capcom and also releasing some products, some Hasbro stuff, some Jada stuff, some exclusives, all sold out, obviously, because people just want exclusives and
Stuff.
they'll pay up to whatever they can to get those things. And so you can either go online, get them online. I decided, hey, why not just do the old style, how we used to do it back in the good old days and go to the store and see what I can get. So that's what I did. And I didn't get jack shit
Nope.
because the main location, which I guess is in Manhattan, it's in Soho, that one had the figures, and that one had everything, but that one had a way bigger line, lots of people, obviously, because their main flagship store, I think, maybe in the country, but at least in New York. I went to one a little bit closer in Brooklyn, and we're in line. I'm like number 35, like 38 or something. So I'm like, oh, that's not so bad. It should be okay. Getting a line, assuming our places and everything, talking to some people, getting sort of the vibe. feeling it out, and then they say to us right before we're about to go in, "Hey, by the way, guys, no figures here." I was like, "Figures not included." They are probably fans
Literally,
of the
they
show.
knew who you
So
were, Michael.
yeah,
Like,
like
"Hey, you
no.
did that to us, now we're doing it
You
back,
keep telling us figures not included. Well, how about you? How's that like? How's that
Michael."
feel,
Oh,
huh?
man. Karma,
Yeah,
Michael. Really
yeah.
bit you in the ass today.
It was coming. It was coming back to us at some point,
Oh,
one
it's
way or
terrible.
another.
Yeah, I was really hoping because I was on well, I wasn't online. I asked my wife to do it because I was busy. And, as usual, and my wife, I was like, "Yeah,
You do
yeah."
that?
Yeah, this well, we were talking with Michael a little bit about it on the phone, and my wife was there overhearing, and I asked her, it's like, "Yeah, I really wanna get those figures, but, if, I'm gonna get something, I also like to get, like, a shirt or something to, kinda
Hmm.
commemorate it." So we're going through all the clothes and everything. So I don't know, in her brain, all the clothes talk washed away the toy talk. So she went online and that morning, like 15 minutes after it went for sale, I texted her and I was like, "Hey, how did it go? Did you get the toys?" And she just like, "Toys? You said you wanted a t-shirt." And I'm like, "What?" And like, I said I wanted the toys, but if you could also get me a t-shirt, that'd be great. And she's like, "Oh, I totally,
Eats
erased
it.
the toy part. So yeah, that was a big old beef." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow." And so she jumped back on, it was like 15 minutes in and they were completely
Oh,
gone.
gone.
They
Yeah.
were
Oh, yeah.
way
Goner.
gone. And so I
Way,
called,
way gone.
Michael and I was like, "Yo, Michael, you're our last hope, Obi-Wan. Make it happen." And Mikey's like,
Nope.
"Yeah, I'm not gonna do that."
That's not gonna happen. Exactly.
And
So
now
I got to. Well,
go
you know
on
what,
eBay,
man?
Michael,
Yeah.
$300.
Oh no, I'm not paying $500 for a set of figures that I wasn't even that excited for. So you know, it's
But tell
okay.
us how
It's okay.
you weren't even really thrilled with the rest of the whole collab, were you?
I wasn't. I wasn't. So I'm like, why am I a grown ass man turning 40 in line for this junk? Which I mean, like,
I
I
mean,
ended up getting like I got the shirt I wanted. I got the shirt I
I
wanted.
would say
So
if they had the toys, you would have been really happy, Michael. So
probably,
I don't know what you're talking
probably.
about. No, the point is that they
Um,
just if the toys were like really the main thing for us, I think. The clothes is really cool. But man, this
mhm,
is like really nice high-end apparel. You're paying for the label, you're paying those
yeah,
premium prices. So, it's a little like ouch, to spend, $70 on a t-shirt or whatever.
right, right.
But I think the fun of this whole experience, kind of like going to Disney World, you're gonna pay up the butt, but it's really fun because you're going for a good time. You're overpaying, but it's part of the fun. And I thought that's
Really.
what
But
kind of
why
was
but
going
why
here.
is overpaying part why is overpaying, like, the idea that we have to pay more so that it becomes this better experience or something, and we
No,
just
it's
accept
not that. It's not that. It's not that you feel that I mean, obviously, we'd all pay less if we could. The problem is that it's behind these paywalls that we have to pay. And if we want that experience, we have to pay. And this is something we'll talk about later because I wanted to bring this up because we had a big discussion about Mondo and their exclusives also being very expensive,
Yeah, we'll get to that for sure.
talking about like, wow, how much is okay to pay for something? It's like, is there
Right.
a point where you're just like, wow, it's so much expense. And like I've said this before, it's like it's really up to you what you feel, when you want to throw your money at. And I think at the end of the day, a lot of us know, this is really expensive clothes. Do we really need this expensive a t-shirt? Probably not. We'd be okay with a cheaper t-shirt. But there's
Yeah.
something fun about owning something like this right on release that coincides with something that makes you excited, like Marvel vs. Capcom, plus all the toys. It was a fun
Mhm.
experience, and you wanted to get in on that. And you can see, like, yeah, I
Yeah.
paid a lot of money for it, but it was fun. I got all this cool stuff,
Did.
and now, I was part of it.
I got compliments on the shirt. I went to a premiere that same day. I wore the shirt,
Excuse me.
and then, people are like, "Hey, what's that design?" I'm like, "It's Mega Man." It was a cool
Oh,
shirt.
it was a really nice shot. You should throw a picture of it. You got that blue, white shirt with the blue outlined,
Yeah,
Mega Man in
Mega
half, right? The
Yeah,
dissected
yeah,
one?
yeah. It looked cool,
Oh,
man. It's a cool shirt. I also got a Marvel versus Capcom 2 mouse pad.
oh, lame.
So
So so,
yeah,
but cool, you got a really nice shirt. Is it comfortable? I mean, isn't it like 4,000 count cotton threaded, something, like,
something
really
like
nice?
that. Egyptian knitted or whatever. Yeah,
So
it's like it was basically the budget of my clothing for the year. So I'm just gonna be going to
hey, you're
to
gonna wear that
Marshalls
shirt
for
a
this.
whole lot.
I'm gonna wear a lot. I'm gonna get a lot of mileage. Not getting any new Caterpillar underwear for the next year. So
Not until
yeah,
that sponsor kicks in.
get to sell that kidney. So
Anyway,
yeah, but no, it was cool, man. Look, like it was the line moved super slowly, and I just it was cold. And I was like, "What am I doing? This is so dumb." And then I was like already in line. By the time I wanted to leave, I'm already so committed that I was 6 people from entering, and they
the
just let
point of no
you know
return.
point of no return. I couldn't get out. I was in the Starlight pit, and I just had to
You
just
just
go
got
down all the way
gobbled up.
down.
Yum, yum,
I
yum, yum, yum.
gobbled. Yeah, I did. And then I was filming this video, and then the guy working was like, "No, no, no video." I'm like, it's a, "Where are we? Like, is the Queen of England here or something?"
What
I'm
is
like,
this?
"What's
Is
going
this communist China?
on?"
Freedom of the press, motherfucker. All right.
So I need you there. I need you to be my voice. Freedom of the press, motherfucker.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's
I'm
how I
sure
should
that
have been.
that
I gotta be
rubs you
more
the wrong
confident.
way. No toys, you know,
Getting
censorship.
censorship. Yeah, yeah. Just
I
a
mean,
really, really grinded my gears. The whole thing.
yeah, I
But
get it,
you know,
buddy.
I know. I made it work out. There was some cool stuff to look at, and that was it. But
Yeah, all in all,
apparently,
like we did all agree that I mean, some of the designs, the clothes were really cool. It's awesome to see our favorite kind of things, Marvel vs. Capcom, such an iconic
yeah,
game, on these really cool apparel. They had hats, they had mouse pads, they had, really neat stuff.
skateboards,
And
shoes.
it's fun, it's fun. I think, like I said, it's not really our thing to collect. I know
Hmm.
there's a lot of, people who love high-end fashion that are into it, so maybe for them
Yeah,
it was even extra special. But,
yeah.
without the toys being there, with, Mikey being, sent to the gulag, um, I get why maybe you weren't, like, super impressed, but I thought, all in
Yeah,
all, it's a fun collab. If you're into
it
it and you
was.
got the money, hey, man, like you said, it's a nice shirt, you got a lot of compliments. I
I
ordered one
did.
online, my wife did. Hopefully when that shows up,
Oh, you got the
it'll
Ryu
be
one.
yeah, I got the Ryu. You know me, my boy Ryu. So I'll definitely be
Yeah,
sporting that
cool
on
one.
one of these episodes. But yeah,
Yeah,
all in all,
awesome.
like I said, if it tickles your pickle, man, go
Yeah,
for it.
my pickle got tickled. My floating pickle.
Exactly.
It's me right there, Mickle Pickle.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was cool. I think they're gonna have more stuff online this Friday, from what I saw online reports. I don't know if they'll have any more merchandise, like in terms of the figures, but
Like a toy restock.
I don't think it'll be a toy restock. I think it'll be just a clothing restock. So
Oh, poo poo.
whatever. What other collab would you want to see? Give me a collab. We've seen McDonald's Street Fighter. We've seen KITH, MVC. What's a collab that you want out there?
Oh man, there's so many. There could be so many cool ideas. It's like, let me think. What's something I really like? Let me think. Let me think.
I
I
think we
really
talked about.
enjoy. What was that?
I feel like we talked about this before with
Oh, we
different
talked about
collabs.
collabs and stuff. I can't remember what we even talked about, but I would think it'd be really fun to do some sort of like I like food collabs, so I think that'd be really cool. So I'd like to see more of that kind of stuff. Like I'd love to see the Street Fighter collab come over here from McDonald's. I
Yeah,
like it when like I don't know, there's something about those kind of things when fast food. I don't know, maybe it's because we're kids from the '90s and '80s where that was such a big thing, where like
yeah,
cartoons and movies and everything was collabed with some sort of restaurant. I'd like to see more of
mhm,
that come back.
yeah. Like
Man, I still have
Arby's
I
and
still
with
have my original VHS tapes from Pizza Hut that
yeah,
collabed
that's right.
with
The X
X-Men,
Men.
the animated cartoon when that was a big thing in the early '90s, and you could
That's
go to
right.
Pizza Hut, and if you I don't know, you had to pay for them, and you
Yeah,
got, 2 VHSs, no 1 and 2, and you got, like, the first 4 episodes of the show, and I
yeah.
thought those were the coolest things. I watched the crap out of them. I still
I
have them
remember.
stored somewhere, but man, yeah, more
Yeah,
of that stuff.
the sleeves of those cassettes were awesome. The
Yeah,
VHS
yeah.
cassettes were super
I wanna
cool.
see
The
somebody do a Ninja
ambiance.
Turtle. I wanna see like a pizza place do a really good Ninja Turtle collab, like something really,
Yeah.
really fun, you know?
It made me think of like the ambiance of Pizza Hut back in the days.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
when you went to Pizza Hut, that was an event.
Hey, man, have you heard of the classic Pizza Huts?
No.
So they're retro classic Pizza Hut. There's only a handful of them, and there's actually, I think, 2 in North Carolina. So they
Ooh.
have it's like a classic Pizza Hut. The building looks just like it did in the '80s, and the inside
Mm.
looks like just like it did in the '80s with the checkered white and red things, the
Torn
red
up seat
cups, the
cushions.
the buffet. It's like the coolest thing. And people like they make treks out to these classic Pizza Huts just to get that old retro experience. So
Wow.
I was talking to my boys about it the other day. I'm like, dude, would you like to go to a retro Pizza Hut? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah,
So there's a
amazing.
road trip in our future.
Save a seat for me and save a slice.
Nope.
Man, fine, I won't go. No, I got good pizza here anyway. Okay, yeah. So Kith, that was some fun stuff. But we want toys, man. Okay, they didn't
Yeah.
have the toys we were looking
I'm
for.
talking about
These,
clothes, Michael.
okay. Let's talk about some real awesome toys, and we got to start here with the Figuarts Gamerverse Wolverine, the third in the line from Figuarts from Bandai. Look, I think they're 3 for 3 right now. I've not had any of the figures in hand. I think they're slowly starting to. Or at least Cyclops is releasing sometime this month, but I think Wolverine looks great. What about you?
I love
What
it,
say you?
Yeah, I think I've seen some in-hand images of Cyclops, and I mean, I cannot wait. I think that's gonna be super, super fun.
Yeah, I'm
I
super
can't wait to
excited
pose
about
them.
that one.
This Wolverine looks fantastic. I mean, it's Wolverine. Who doesn't love Wolverine? I do feel there's been a lot of Wolverines out there, but like, I don't know. It's one of those ones that I don't particularly get tired of. I know a lot of people do, but for me, I'm like, I'm okay with it. And this thing
Yeah.
just looks great. I was a little hoping for a little more exaggerated proportions. I thought that the Spider-Man
Hmm.
proportions were pretty well exaggerated. Like he had the big torso, the thinner waist, and he looked a little more like the game. I wanted this guy to be a little more stocky, a little more
Yeah.
exaggerated, bigger claws, bigger wings in his mask.
Yeah.
But I still dig it. I still think they did a good job. I would say they did a I forgot who did it. There was an amazing um I think it was Kyoto Bukiai did an amazing artifact statue from the video game.
Barbecue.
And that is like the coolest version I've seen. It literally looks like it jumped out of
Oh, it's a Kodos, a Wolverine statue.
yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine statue. I think it was Kotobukiai. And I remember man, I remember placing an order for it for the store and it never got shipped. I think it was
Hmm.
because Diamond fell apart. And dude, it was the coolest version. I wish that this figure kind of looked like that one.
Let me see. I'm trying to find it. Maybe I can find it here. It was a tiger stripe.
Yeah, they did two versions of actually they did two or three versions.
See a super muscly version. Let me see if this might be the one you're talking about. We can pull this one up. Is that the one?
No, 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 no. It's just him
Okay.
because they did a series of these.
Okay. Hmm. Most
And maybe it
interesting.
wasn't Wolverine. Maybe it was
We're
I
talking
mean
about Wolverine.
I mean maybe it was in
Maybe
Kotobukiya.
it was Kitty Pride. I can't remember. I can't tell the difference. Anyway, but
Dun, dun,
yeah, I
dun, dun,
think I
dun.
think
Oh, here it
look,
is. It's called Marvel Gamerverse Classics Wolverine 110 scale statue by PCS Collectibles.
oh, PCS.
Yes, that's why I didn't get it.
That would make sense. All right.
Yeah.
Let me pull that. Oh, okay, now we're talking.
Now pull this thing up.
Yes. I saw this. I think it was. I want to say it was at Toy Fair last time we were at Toy Fair, and they had a
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
row in the diamond booth, right?
Yeah, I remember even talking to the lady there. I'm like, "Hey, I ordered these and I haven't gotten them yet." And she's
Yeah.
like, "Don't worry, it's all gonna be great." And we didn't get nothing. So
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, I mean it's a little
yeah,
off center,
I mean,
but there you
and
go.
there's a brown suit version, and I even think there's an X Force version of this thing.
Yes,
But
yes.
enlarge it there, Michael. Engorge the
Enhance,
picture for a second.
engorge.
Activate engorgement. But you see how like the boots, the wings are super exaggerated, the
Yeah,
claws are massive, the thighs are huge, the wings. This has more of the proportions I was expecting,
yeah.
and I feel like the Wolverine they gave us is a little tame. I really was
Hmm.
hoping it was going to be way more, exaggerated. There they are. I told you, man. I remembered
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Memory like a like an elephant.
Oh yeah,
That's what they call
yeah.
you. That's what they call you, Elephant Man.
Elefante. Yeah, but
Hombre
say that. Yeah,
elefante. Look. I agree with you. I think look, the figure arts one is a prototype, so they could go back. They could change a few things. They could try to extend. Like, if anything, give us an alternate head that's really exaggerated. Give us
yeah. You should
another
you
set of
should you
hands
should
that
send you should send this to your boys over there and say, "Hey, man, this is what we were expecting. Let's do a little
Justin, looking
tweaking.
at you.
Let's do a
Yeah.
little tweaking. Come on, guys.
Well, let's wait,
If
let's
we're go
wait, just a little,
if we're
no,
gonna invest
no.
in this, let's make it let's do it right, you know?
Well, just because Cyclops and Spider-Man already set the precedent that okay, we're following the game to a T. You know?
Exactly, exactly. And so I figured something like this would definitely have been more on the money. If the figure looked closer to this, people would have lost their minds. I think the
Hmm.
way that we got it, it's awesome, but it just looks so much like all the other Wolverines we've gotten, like a lot of Marvel Legends. It just
Yeah.
doesn't have that kind of dynamic, you know,
Look
uh
to it. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. I hear what you're
proportions and stuff
saying.
that the other ones.
You know what it does make me think of? It makes me think of the anime intro to the 90 cartoon. It gives me that kind of vibe. It gives me more
Yeah.
anime vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
You
I see
know,
it.
than Bengus Arts, Capcom game style,
Yeah,
which I still
it's a
think
good figure, but it's not it doesn't nail it like I was hoping it was going to. The look
it
anyway.
doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, so we got three, right? We know three are going to happen. People say I don't hate it, don't love it, sticking with my Mayfix. I think the Marvel Legends one is, I think so far the most to the is the most accurate so far.
Yeah,
To the
they did
source
a great
material.
job on that one, and so I definitely was hoping that this would be a little more I don't know, there's just something about that awesome exaggerated,
Yeah,
design that just is what really, I think, gets people going, and so the more they can give us of that, I think the better they're gonna do with this line long term.
for sure. For sure, for sure. Okay, so we got three. We got Cyclops coming out soon. We got Spider Man next year, early next year, and then we got Wolverine a little later on. We don't know exactly the release date yet. Um, what's
It's
okay?
still
So
waiting
what
to
what
s we're
we
still
need
waiting to
next?
see we're still waiting to see when the voting one will be released. Who won the vote, right?
Yeah, I'm curious about that. I like to talk to Justin. Be like, is there going to be an official poll release? Give the results of everything. I
Yeah,
think
that's
people
what
are
I
actually
was
curious
thinking.
if like that was a track thing that we are going to be using for the next figure, or at least a future figure.
Yeah, like, I don't know if they have to, like, stick to it like ironclad, but it'd be cool to know what people were asking for.
Yeah, you get an impression, and
Yeah.
maybe from that they're like, okay, we'll take the top five and we'll go that way or something,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah, narrow it
some
down a little bit.
limitation of
Just let
that.
us know.
But what do you want? I know you voted. Who you voted for? Wolverine? Is that what you had?
No, I voted for Sentinel.
Sentinel. I have to imagine Sentinel has got to be at least top three, maybe even the top one,
He's such a
because
cool
you
figure, and
beat
I
that
love the
guy.
big figures. I love it when they do oversized things, and I
Yeah,
don't know, I've been on a bit of a Sentinel kick lately. I'm really
yeah,
into it. I'm excited to get my, 97 Sentinel that's about to arrive hopefully soon, and, like,
yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of those guys, so I can't wait to get more.
Yeah, Sentinel will be cool. He definitely high on the list. We have a lot of them out there, but I need a Hulk. I want a game reverse Hulk. It's the Hulk I've been wanting. I need it for my whole life. I think I've had other characters that have been made that can kind of fill the gaps for MVC for me, but I've not seen a Hulk yet. Even the Mezco one that looks cool, but that's more classic style Hulk, and that's his own take. Mezco's
Yeah.
doing. But for me, I really need. I mean, 6 inch plus, I think, is doing their style of Hulk that kind of resembles it a little bit more towards
Mm.
where I want it to be. But yeah, still waiting on that one. That would be
It
my
would be
pick.
really cool. I
And
mean, it would be
Sentinel.
definitely be an awesome figure for SH Figure Arts to tackle, and I
Yeah.
think if they can get it to really kinda emulate that style from the game, people will be
Mhm.
really excited because people love the Hulk, and that's such
Yeah,
a cool version of the Hulk, so if they're able to capitalize on that and give us that, I think they'd have a home run there.
I think so. I agree. So we'll see what is going to come out of a game reverse. What other characters we're going to get? Love, like, give some love to ladies. What? What?
Nothing.
What? Say it.
No, I got nothing.
Spit it out. You're
No,
laughing at me.
I got nothing.
You got something. I
Nope.
want you to say it.
Mm-mm.
You son of my gun. Okay. I'm gonna remember this. Star Wars, Clone Wars. Oh man. I don't think people were expecting this one. What was your first reaction to seeing these, Ned?
I mean, I was like, "That's cool," but I was like, "Man, it just feels like Clone Wars is kinda, like, passed us by." Like,
Oh,
there's not a lot of hype right now from the Clone Wars.
okay.
I think there's a lot of, nostalgia for Clone Wars, but I don't know that there wasn't anything that was, like, happening in the now that I would think like, "Oh, this is a great time to bring back these figures," especially
Hmm.
from, like, the early days
Mhm.
of Clone Wars. I mean,
I'm
I'm sure that
surprised you weren't more jacked up for this one.
I'll be honest with you, a lot of the earlier stuff from the Clone Wars wasn't my favorite,
Okay.
I think it took a while for them to get a stride going and really start delivering some really good shows. I remember
Mhm.
when this came out, they released the movie, I was really, really excited, I watched it, and I was like, "Eh," it felt like a Saturday morning cartoon, like, there wasn't a lot to it, I wasn't, like, super thrilled, and I liked the design, I liked the characters and everything, but I didn't really feel it was giving us what I wanted from Star Wars. And then later,
What
as
do you
they've
mean
got
different
into
Star
like
Wars?
season, I don't know, what were the later seasons anyway, when like Ahsoka kind of grew up and the stories got really serious and they were really kind of delving into a lot more of the lore. And we got some really, really compelling stories there. And that really kind of
Mm,
brought me back. I was like, whoa, this is really, really cool. So
okay.
maybe seeing figures towards the style and the characters of the later era of Clone Wars, I'd be a little more excited. And I'm not saying
Okay.
that these are bad or anything. And I know a lot of people are very, very excited for these figures, and they look great. I mean, they literally look like the animation, jumped off and
Mhm.
became a figure. So really, really cool. But for me
Yeah.
personally, I don't know. I wasn't like wanting this. You know what I mean? So it wasn't something
Mhm.
that I was like super like, whoa, I'm definitely got to get on this.
What a jerk.
Yep.
I thought they were cool. Yeah, and for me, I was never super into Clone Wars, and then even then, maybe later stuff. I started watching it, kind of like when you were really into it. Later, like eventually, I got into it, but like I never watched that. I didn't get into Rebels, so I feel like
Yeah,
maybe
see, I
Rebels
like
would
that
be.
was the era that I loved more, like the end of the Clone Wars, the Rebels era. That was like the best Filoni, animation. The
Bologna,
stories were
bologna.
yeah, everything was like he had found what his voice in Star Wars, and he was really giving us something amazing. I think the earlier versions for me weren't that exciting. I'm sure other
Mm,
people love it to death, and like I'm totally for that. And I said these are fantastic figures for those who really cherish those versions of them.
mhm.
I'll probably wait for a little more of, like, the rebel style, but,
Yeah,
hey, like I said, everybody's got their thing.
true, true. My thing would be, and this will never happen, but I would have loved the Tartakovsky style Clone War figures.
See,
That
yeah,
that
I
type.
love that Clone Wars cartoon. I thought those were so well done, the stories were so fun. I think a lot of the ideas in that show were it was sad that they scrubbed them because they were so well executed and thought out. So I was really kind of sad that they
Mhm,
decided to completely change it and not incorporate that story or those elements at least into this version of the Clone Wars. So yeah,
mhm,
I would
mhm.
I would love to get some high because we only got those Hasbro ones that were very like 5 point articulation.
Yeah,
They look great, but you couldn't really do much for them. So, man, that would be an awesome toy line.
I know that for TVC they did do versions of those. Here I'll pull this one up, and like I never got this one, but I'm sad.
Oh, yeah, the Clone Wars, yeah. But I don't think they did like Anakin, like, with the blue stripes when he fights Asajj.
No,
They
they
never
didn't. They didn't.
did, like, an Obi-Wan with that kinda hairstyle. They didn't do characters like Dirge, you
Oh, I
know?
love Dirge.
Yeah, there was some really cool stuff in that.
Dirge. I love their General
Yeah.
Grievous. I mean,
Every
so like this figure. This is not the general. Like this is the Hasbro. Like they like did it in the colors, but I want this style. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this artwork represented as the actual figure.
Yeah, it was so cool, and everyone says this that who's seen the micro series that this version of General Grievous was so intimidating. He was so much more imposing than what we ended up getting in the movies.
Hmm.
I was like, what? How did he go from like this insane, Jedi killer that we saw in the micro series that was so incredibly fast and intimidating to more of like a character or like a Hanna Barbera cartoon bad guy? And so, hey, what are you gonna do? But yeah, like you said, the people who are familiar with this series and love it can really remember how awesome the ideas and the detail they did for this line was and the animated shorts.
like these are the ones you're talking about. Sort of like they're
Yep.
almost like stack figures. You know.
Yep. Yeah. They're really cool, but yeah, they were just 5 point, not even 5 point. I think some of them only like barely move their
Yeah.
necks or something.
This I think was this is my favorite prequel era Star Wars media, like Star
Yeah.
Wars content. I hate calling it content, but like my Star Wars show or movie out of everything. It was my favorite piece of art that came out of the Clone Wars saga. I thought the art style was so cool. It was so unique, so fresh, and then the show was relentless. It was like really strong. It was intense. It was like they had a lot of like really adult themes to it, and
Yeah, and for
like
such
really
a
awesome
short
characters.
for such a short series that was given to us in such small doses, they
Yeah.
packed so much into them, and, like, yeah, you were really kinda like, "Whoa," you felt, so much in those, few minutes that they aired these episodes, so, yeah,
Hmm.
for me, it's a travesty that they non-canonize this stuff and just kinda
Yeah.
let it
Yeah.
disappear into the ether because it was some of the best Star Wars stuff out there.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, guys, if guys and gals, definitely, yeah, definitely recommend it to go
I
see
think
it.
did they put them on Disney Plus? I think you can watch them on Disney
I'm pretty
Plus.
sure it's on Disney Plus. Yeah, yeah, and it's a short series, like I was saying. So,
Oh, yeah, you can watch the
but
whole thing in, like, 15 minutes. It's crazy.
it's super quick like that. Yeah, I mean, a little bit longer than me, but still pretty quick. That was a joke at my expense of
Nobody
my.
got it, Michael.
No, I was talking about my premature. Okay, let's move on. I don't
Okay.
know. I was trying
Alright,
something. It didn't work out.
alright, let's clean it up, Michael.
I'm trying to clean it up. Okay, let's clean it up. Leave it with the toys. But I mean,
That's
I
between
don't
you and
know.
the missus, Michael. Don't bring that on air.
I'm trying airing my feelings. I shouldn't be doing that. I just want to
This
stick with the
isn't
toys.
therapy, Michael.
Haya Toys. Hi, Haya. They're doing an Ivan Drago. They're doing a whole Rocky line, and they're just going with the heavy hitters. We've had Rocky, we've had Apollo, and now we got our look at Ivan Drago. Were you a big Rocky fan growing up?
Huge.
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 Okay.
Yeah, no, I was really into Rocky as a kid. Oh, man. I don't know, it was the soundtrack, it was the fighting, it was, the whole montage of, like, building yourself up. It really got a kid going back in the day. I remember getting up and just like, "Strong desire," and I just felt like I was getting ripped along with Sly because it was just I don't know, they knew how to make the movie back then, It was so
Yeah.
awesome, and it was so, like, testosterone fueled goodness.
Yeah.
You didn't need TRT, man, you could just watch Rocky and you were like
You're
Jones.
jacked. You're like, I'm ready. I'm ready to run through a wall.
You'd gain, like, 3% body mass just by watching
You're
this
just
movie.
like watching Rocky.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I used to love Rocky. Rocky 4 was awesome, obviously, it was a big thing, America versus
Right.
Soviets and, like, especially, like, I always love the fact that Rocky would, like, train in the wilderness with, like, wood and, like, rocks, and then, like, this guy was, like, training in, like, the most sophisticated, high-tech
Mhm,
gymnasium with all these, like, things,
mhm.
and it was really, really fun. The whole thing. I remember watching the first one. I was much younger watching the first Rocky, and the whole beginning, like, the whole story of that one kinda, like, blew over my head. I was like, "What? I don't get it. What are they fighting?" And then but
Yeah.
the fight at the end was really cool. But as I got older and I would go watch and, back and watch the originals and watch through the
You're
sequels,
more mature.
yeah, they were fun movies. They were fun, very 80s, very much, that's that time period, and it was really, really exciting. So,
Yeah.
yeah, love it. Love me my Rocky.
Does that make you wanna get the toys?
Yeah, yeah. I actually have a couple. I have a Rocky Balboa and what else do I have? Oh, and I got a
Apollo?
Rambo. I got Rambo. I never got a
That's
Drago
not
because I don't
Rocky,
think
that's Sly.
what was that?
That's not Rocky, that's Sly. Rambo.
Rocky is Sly.
Well, I know, but you're saying Rambo. I'm like, that's not
Well, no,
whatever.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone. That's all I'm
You
saying.
gotta Rambone for Rambo. I get it, for Sly, I get it.
Yeah.
Alright. That's
So
that's
that's all I'm
fine.
saying.
Okay, alright. What do
Adrian.
you I think look, I love that they bring a whole ring accessory like that. The corners is really cool, and the way you have the
That's what's gonna make this line is not just the figures, but the fact that they come with, like, a whole gymnasium. People
yeah,
love props, people love dioramas.
love the
People will
props.
buy this just for that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, look at the photography here that you can do. So,
Yeah.
the one thing I wasn't crazy about, I don't like these butterfly joints here. You know, like these shoulder cups right
Yep.
here,
Yep.
and like that hard cut here.
Yep.
It looks super pointy at the shoulders. I mean, this is a prototype, so we'll see what changes. I don't think that looks very good, and probably doesn't move very well even.
I
So,
mean, it's kind of hard to do a
either
figure. You know, a lot of these figures they use these kind of cylinder thingies to kind of hide
way. Yeah, the
the
joint.
joints and everything. But I see what you're saying that like top part of the shoulder where the clavicle is just way too lifted. They need to
Yeah.
smooth that down a little so it doesn't look so crazy. But
Mhm,
at the end of the
mhm.
day, man, it's really hard to do shirtless anatomy here with joints that aren't visible. I mean, I don't
Right.
know what else they could really do to
Yeah,
make it
especially if
look.
you're going for, like, anatomically correct, human bodies like that.
Yeah, yeah, they're really I mean,
Not really exaggerated muscles and bones and
the
anatomy, you know?
the only thing I would think of that they could do to make these figures look really, really cool, and I don't know, it's just crazy expensive, would be to do that silicone body over the
Mm,
metal skeleton. I mean, that looks
okay.
kinda like remember we showed the Wolverine the other day, and he's got, like, the silicone arms, and you can't see any of the joints.
Right,
Imagine
right,
this,
right,
like,
right.
whole top part of his body just being a silicone body, and
That would be pretty
therefore
cool.
you can really do the whole physique without worrying about any sort of seam.
Yeah, that's the problem, with stuff like this is when you don't have things that can cover up the body, then you're just forced to make these cuts and you're like, okay, how do we maintain the aesthetic without destroying it completely, but still giving articulation where it's needed? And,
Yeah.
for someone like Drago, you need to be able to move the arms around and have them in different poses and
You
the
want
boxer,
you
how they
like your
move.
Dolph to be all smooth and
I
muscular,
want
you
them
know?
smooth and silky. I want like an oily version too.
Yeah.
If they can make an exclusive version like that, I'll take it.
You want him to be at his prime physical physique.
Prime physical peak, dripping with Russian with Russian pride. So
Russian the pride.
yeah, but no, he looks
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, it's cool that
I'm
they're making
excited.
a whole line.
I'll definitely buy Rocky and Drago because that was like one of the coolest fights movie scenes from my childhood. So I would definitely like to get both of these guys.
Yeah, what's one that we haven't seen yet? What's the ultimate live action movie toy line that hasn't been made yet? We've seen a lot. We're gonna move to one more that's sort of being reimagined, but what is
I don't know why no one's done Bridges of Madison County, you know?
good choice. Yeah, yeah, I'm there with you. I'm with
I'm really
yeah.
looking for that.
I've been waiting all my life since you're a little kid.
It's true. As a small child, all I wanted to
Yeah.
do was
Pride and Prejudice right here.
Meryl
English.
Streep and,
Yeah, yeah,
Clint.
yeah. Mystic
I
Pizza
just
for
wanted
me.
to recreate the romance on the
Romance.
carpet of my living room.
From Mattel, Bridges of Madison County.
Um, well, they did make Wicked, figures, so I don't know. I don't think we're too far off.
I would love like a prestige toy collection where it's like Bridges of Madison County, English Patient, you
Exactly.
know,
Yeah.
like a lot of those '90s sweeping romances. Give me some Jane Eyre, Pride and
Yeah,
Prejudice.
yeah. My
The
favorite
remains
was
of the
I remember
day.
watching this one with my mom, Wuthering Heights with, Ray
Wuthering
Fiennes.
Heights.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's steamy.
beautiful movie.
Gorgeous. Well, don't they get it on in Wuthering Heights or no?
All the time.
All the time. You're just watching that with your mom. That's
I'm
cool.
pretty sure it was, softcore.
It is popcorn for moms. So, yeah, I feel like I watched. I've seen like some movies with your mom. It's like, oh, we shouldn't be watching this. So,
That's always the most awkward when you're sitting in the living room, especially my dad. My dad loves to put on whatever movies. He likes rated R movies because he thinks they're gonna be like, action violence movies, but then they get in some like their dirty scenes. And I'm like, Jen is sitting there, and then we look at each other and we're like, we need to leave. Like, this is awkward.
this is really awkward, Dad.
Yeah.
Like watching what 9.5 weeks or something.
Yeah, yeah. Nope. Nope, can't do it.
No, all right, I gotta do it, Dad. Sorry, I'm out. We're out.
Sorry,
Yeah.
pops.
All right.
You're on your own on this one.
You're on your own. You enjoy that one. You enjoy your pornography. Yeah, but okay, but seriously, so what the toy line you want besides Bridges of Madison County?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I really like Chocolat. I always thought that was a good movie.
I'm back. You said chocolat, and my connection died. It's your fault. You're faking it. I see you breathing. See your skin moving. Your cheek skin's flapping. I'm out of here.
That was terrible, Michael.
Well, come on. Give me a real answer.
I don't have
None
a
of this
real answer.
jokes,
I
man.
gotta think about it. A real live movie that I want to see into a
Like a TV
movie,
show or something. You can dumb it down.
TV show. I don't know. Seinfeld. I want a Seinfeld action figures.
You don't want Seinfeld.
I actually would like Seinfeld action figures. I would
You
buy
want
them.
Seinfeld? Okay. All right. That's fair.
It'd be so funny.
Monster Squad. Give
What's
me
the
Monster
deal
Squad.
with the socks?
Monster Squad.
Monster Squad. Yeah, sure.
Let me have fun. Or the Goonies.
Goonies. That'd be cool.
Goonies would be
That'd be
fun.
cool. I feel like they've made Goonie figures before.
Oh, here we go. Die Hard. You don't have a good Bruce Willis.
We haven't gotten any Bruce Willis. I'm pretty sure someone's made Die Hard movies.
I don't
Toys, no?
think so. Nothing notable. Nothing of note.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
yeah.
Like we got. Look, you could do a whole Bruce Willis collection. You could do that. You can do Pulp Fiction. You could do Fifth Element. How about Fifth Element?
Ooh, there you go. Fifth Element. And
Ah,
there's been a lot of like touches on Fifth Element stuff. I know that like Pops did some, little mini pops of some of them and stuff like that.
mhm,
So man, I get a Lilu and a Corbin Dallas.
mhm.
And
Yeah,
what was,
exactly.
what was
Do
the
the
name
movie
of
time.
Gary Oldman's character in that movie? He was so funny in that one.
Oh my gosh. Oh, but can't
Anyway,
remember his
yes.
name.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's a great one. I'll take that one, Michael.
man, that's my choice. You can't
Nope.
take mine.
Nope. Too late. It's mine.
Oh, Zorg. That's his name. The
Yeah.
Stones, they're not here. I love
Yeah.
everything.
Actually, I
Stuff
was at
there.
a show not too long ago, and someone had 3D printed those stones,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Oh, those are so cool! I think I want to get those." And then I was like, "Okay, I'll come back and get them later." And then I just kind of forgot because everything was going on. And then the show was over. And I was like, "Damn it! I should have really gotten those.
Oh
They're
man.
so cool." But then so I looked online, and people have actually made them where they light up and they do all sorts of
Oh
crazy
really?
stuff. It's so cool. I'm definitely gonna get a set of those somehow,
Have they ever made
someday.
a Johnny Five from Short Circuit?
Oh my gosh. That's so funny because that is one I've been wanting forever. And someone
Right?
did like a Lego version of it not too
Okay.
long ago. I saw online. But yeah, man. Oh man, like a die-cast Johnny Five.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Goldblum? Goldberg?
Jeff Goldblum.
What was his name? Oh man. Remember even he had a nickname?
Right, let me find him.
Oh, come
Oh,
on,
Steve
Mike.
Gutenberg. You're talking Goot?
Gutenberg, the Goot.
Oh, Goot.
Yeah, the Goot.
The Goot is loose.
Oh man, that'd be so cool.
I get some Goot. Here we
Man,
go. Some Goot.
now you got my brain going. Remember Hackers?
Yeah, I do remember Hackers. Yeah, Hackers.
I would love figures of Hackers.
You want
Zero
a
Cool,
Hackers line? Well, someone
Acid
I think it
Bird.
was a Syndicate Collectibles. They're doing a blood sport, which I don't think has ever been
Ooh,
done
yeah,
before.
Bloodsport.
Which is
I
a good
saw
one.
those. Those look really cool.
And then they also teased a line from True Romance, the Tony Scott Quentin Tarantino movie, which is a really interesting choice to make
Yeah.
figures out of. But they were doing it. I'm like, okay, well, like, surprised. If you're going to do a Quentin Tarantino movie figures, I feel like you would go Pulp Fiction first, right?
Yeah, I think they've done some. I mean, I know they did Kill Bill figures.
Yeah, Kill Bill
I feel
figures.
like
Yeah,
they've
for
done.
sure.
I know they did Reservoir Dogs. Remember they did do Django and Chain figures,
They did.
but they got pulled because everyone said they were racist.
Oh, the NECA ones, right?
Yeah, the NECA ones.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
like now they're like going for like $200 a pop on the
It's
aftermarket.
insane. Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
wild. Like
You
a
want
lot of
that?
stuff.
Wasn't it John Can? Not John Candy.
John Candy.
Leonardo DiCaprio's character.
John Candy from Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know him. Well, look, speaking of movie lines coming to existence, sometimes it's cool when you can take a property and make it your own. And that's exactly what Mondo is doing. We've talked about these before, and we've talked to Peter on this show before. We're going to get him back, whether he likes it or not. And we got to break down these turtles, man, because they are now officially up for pre order on the Mondo site.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. It's one thing when you see them and you're like, oh, that's so cool. They're still prototypes and they're still, tinkering with it. But now it's like, okay, this is a real thing. This
It's
is
here.
freaking happening, man.
The time has come.
Time to nut up or shut up. Dude, what's like when you see this, what's the first thought that comes to your mind besides boner?
Honestly, it's like I'm pretty stoked, Michael. I mean, like I've been waiting for them to do this. I've asked them a long time ago. I was a huge fan of the original release of Ninja Turtles before like the current Mondo hierarchy or whatever they are now, had taken
Mhm.
over, and they're like, we got to do something different.
Mondo
And I've
freaking
talked about this, how they have this amazing ability to take something and give it the Mondo touch, and it just turns it into something very
yeah,
unique and exciting. So, because I was hoping that they were going to continue the line, but honestly, I feel that going in this direction where they're kind of revamping everything in their own style and giving us something totally new is way
mhm,
better. I'm super
yep,
excited that they're doing this, and man, they did not disappoint. I've been looking at these images, I've been looking at the prototypes that they've shown off and everything. And dude, I am like 110% in, man. These are so great. I cannot wait to get these home. I
like, here's
I
what
kinda
we think.
hate that I have to wait so long for all 4 of them. I wish they all
I
came out at the
know.
same time.
Yeah, well, I imagine by this time next year, you will have at least seen all 4 turtled and basically probably have 2 of them in your hand already,
Yeah.
possibly 3. With, like, have 2 of them with the 3rd on the way and then the 4th coming out early '27. If I have to just kind of put a
I
guess
hope
out
you're
there.
right. I hope you're right. I don't wanna wait too long, you know?
Well, yeah, I know you need your boy Raph, so he's either 3rd or 4th, and,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got Donnie and Leo. Those are the top 2 coming out right now, and
Yeah, I'll be super excited when Raph is debuted, but I mean, like I said, I'll take any of the turtles. They're so great. Donatello is such a great character. I love what they're doing here, and if Donnie gets me this excited, I can't wait for the rest of them. So
mhm.
yeah,
Would
more,
you I have
more.
one and I have one question. Would you have like these are great. I think they're awesome. I love all the creativity they put into these and just kind of making it their own, but still retaining the old 1990 Ninja Turtle vibe and
Mhm.
aesthetic. Would you have preferred them just doing the old 1990 Turtles and
No,
not their own?
I said before, I love the way they did it because they did it in a way that if you want to break these down and make them feel like the old school turtles, you can, or
Hmm.
you can just kind of have a blast with all the different things you can do and build them up any way you want, and give
Yeah.
them the whole Mondo treatment. So
Right.
no, I'm really happy. Like I said, I'm happy with the old, comic book Mirage ones we got, and I think these are just taking it to the next level. So yeah,
Yeah.
I am like I said, 110% all in on these bad boys. I love Ninja Turtles and I love Mondo. This combination for me is a home run. If they're making them, I'm buying them.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like it's like I can't even speak when I think about this stuff because we talk about like, oh man, what if they had done this with 3 instead of that dumb time travel movie where they all became uh, idiot samurais, and you just think about like the what ifs, right? And like, what if that continued? What if they were just like still the same badass ones from the first one? Like, how would they look? What would be their style? Like, where would they be? In terms
Yeah,
of their life. And this model, like, okay, we can do that. We can figure that out for you, and we're gonna make figures
yeah,
out of it. And you
it's
get
so
that now with
cool.
these.
And exactly right. It's like, I think, and that's the problem with like these things in other people's hands. You don't know what direction they're going to take with it. And obviously, they really wanted to kitty it up from the first movie when they did the second,
Mhm.
and even more so on the third movie. And thinking they were doing something good, they were just kind of messing it up. And they kind of like, it's funny when you look back and you realize, man, you guys could have had like an insanely popular, trilogy, but because you decided to kill, I mean, it was still popular. I'm not gonna lie,
Oh yeah,
but it would have been like
of that controller.
ground, shaking, totally different. Kind of like when Batman hit the the scene in '89, people like
Yeah,
lost their minds. You know, if they would have done
yeah,
a trilogy like that for Turtles, it would have been another thing completely.
yeah. But now we got in figures, man. Now we got
But
in
hey,
figures,
now we
and
got it here, and Mondo's doing a fantastic job. I cannot wait. So yeah, let's
you know, sometimes when you see a figure and you hear it, I hear Corey Feldman when I see this Donatello.
yeah, and that's the cool thing about the nostalgia of that original '90s movie. It was so well done, and it just kind of said to us, "This is the quintessential, versions of these guys. This is what you would strive in every iteration for them." And so, yeah, you hear them, you see them. It's so cool, and it's such a neat way to kind of like move it forward, but also still pay
Mhm.
homage to that awesome nostalgia and the stuff we love from the original movies.
Yeah, it just feels like this is like what they've been working their way up to was to make Ultimate Ninja Turtle figures, you know?
Yeah. It's a
And,
great idea, and it's a great timing for them, and I really think Mondo's at the top of their game right now. They're giving us some amazing things, and
yeah.
Turtles, I mean, oh, it's so exciting. And this is kinda
Look, here
going back to what we were talking about earlier. How much is too much? Where do you draw the line? How much can
Mhm.
you pay for certain things? Are you really gonna pay this much for a T-shirt or this much for an action figure? And yeah, I think there's certain areas where anyone can look at it, and be like, "That's probably a little too much for this
Yeah,
stuff kinda
yeah,
stuff." Not even like I know a lot
right,
goes into this work, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, it's a toy.
right.
But you know what? I think it's a personal choice. So you're like, what are you willing to throw your money at? Like going to Disney World. It's gonna cost you an insane amount of money for something that probably should cost you half, if not less. But
Mhm.
you'll do it just because it's fun and it makes you happy. And I
Right.
think it's the same thing with toys. At the end of the day, you're responsible enough to be like, can I afford it? And if I can, and it makes me really happy, I'll do it. Of course, if everything was cheaper, we'd all be happier. But
Mhm.
it is what it is, and we can complain about price all the time, about all different things, but
And we do. Oh, we
oh,
most
we
certainly
love
do.
to do that too. But, like, for me, like I said, there's certain things, and, like, I tell myself, I'm ashamed of myself sometimes that I have no, what do you call it? Nothing to hold me back, but
No.
when it comes to Turtles and Mondo, two of my favorite things collabing here together on this amazing, iteration. I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna be like, I'll do it. I'll sell a kidney. I'll sell a child. I'll do whatever I have to do
You
because
hear that, Mondo? People are gonna sell their families because of the stuff you make, and I hope you're
yeah,
proud of that. You
yeah.
might. You can use it as a quote. So, um, yeah, and look, they think about different things. You know, it's not just that they're making these cool figures. They're like, okay, what else can we do with the figures? Here, you can just rotate. You can pull out their heads and see their
Well, like,
creepy
look at
eyes at
that. Look at
themselves, and
the
you can do that
ingenuity
style.
behind this.
Yeah, and then you can also do this style too with just the whites, and then you get the full eyes there. It's all very well thought out, and it
Yeah,
looks like it's gonna be well executed. So,
and
and
that's what I'm
I'll
saying. That's why Mondo is killing it. They really and like you tell when you talk to people like Hector and you talk to people like
Peter, yeah,
Peter and Noah and
Alex,
all the other guys out there.
Brandon. Shout out to Brandon Gash, who did an
Yeah,
amazing job
yeah.
on these. Man.
So yeah, you hear them all, tell how much they love this stuff, and it really shows. It shows the love. It's a business, but at the end of the day, it's also their passion, and so it's so cool.
Little Mondo tease right there, little Mondo Gecko maybe coming your way too. So imagine what that will look like in the TMNT movie sphere. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, that's
So exciting,
pretty
Michael.
cool.
So exciting. What
Yep.
about you? Are you all in on this?
Oh, this is what you call a we're in that territory right now with these. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Ooh, click. And so yeah. They look awesome, man. It's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's just how could I say no? You know?
how can you say no, Michael?
I
Just
can't
like
say
your
no,
wife
I
is gonna
won't.
say no to you.
Yeah. But you know, that's the sacrifice I'm gonna make. You sow your family, I get denied my pleasures. What we get our toys.
Whatever it takes, Michael.
Whatever it takes to get the full completion, complete collection. So
There you go.
that's what we do. It's love for the game, love for the game. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're awesome. Continuing with big figures from movies that we want, but maybe we
Speaking of
shouldn't get.
movies, before we move on to Batman here, have you
Hmm.
happened to catch a glimpse of those images from the new Zelda movie?
Dude, I did see those. I thought they were a fan film at first, but those are legit Legend of Zelda stills.
Yeah, I thought
What's
they
your
looked
feeling on
great.
those?
I thought it looked really cool. I mean, it's so small to go on with just like the three little images, but it
Hmm.
looked cool. I mean, like if that was a movie, I'd keep watching. Like if you're clicking through the channels and you saw that, you're like, "Whoa, what's this? Oh, that looks really nice." I mean, it looked great. The characters look great. I'm excited. It just gets you excited for a Zelda movie, you know?
I mean, it's something we've talked about. You're like,
That's what I'm
man,
saying.
like, where's the Zelda movie? Like,
Zelda,
where's?
I think, has been in everybody's mind since it came out in the early 90s, 80s.
Hmm.
Um,
80s, yeah, yeah, since the Nintendo era.
yeah, and who wouldn't want to see a live action Zelda movie? Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
And I mean, oh my gosh, we talked about animated, we've talked about, live action, all these like, come on, give us something. And
Yeah,
Nintendo being very, cautious with
their
their
IP.
IP, especially after the disaster that Mario
Hey,
Brothers
don't talk
was.
about Bob Hoskins like that.
Hey, I'm just saying that it was not what Nintendo was going for. And so I
No.
think that really kind of,
More
you
like
know,
the Nintendo don't.
yeah, it kinda closed the doors there for a little while to see any sort of development, but you see that, with the new animated Mario movies doing so good and the Galaxy
Yeah,
one about to come
soon.
out, it's a matter of time before we get Zelda, and I mean, it looks really good. I have no complaints here. I don't know.
I mean, look, man, look, they're like out in the world looking for natural landscape to do their Zelda movie, and I mean, it's probably gonna look really nice too. It's gonna be
It
like
looks
a
nice. I
a
love it.
beautiful looking movie. I think it's gonna look better
I'm
than us.
excited.
So
I really hope
yeah,
there's some care and love, taken to make this movie. Like I said, if you're passionate about this franchise, and like I said, this franchise has been around for such a long time. So many people hold it very
mhm,
dear to their hearts. I really hope they do it justice and give us a really, really good adaptation because
yeah.
it definitely has potential there. Because the story's there, the characters are there. They just got to craft a good movie around them.
We're entering, and we said we've been there, but we're entering like another phase of sort of 80s iconography coming to movies. We're getting Voltron. We're
Yeah,
getting another Motu,
yeah.
we're getting Zelda, we're getting another Super Mario, I guess Super Mario Galaxy. Those things are happening. So,
It's true. I
it's
mean,
about time Zelda came around.
it's nostalgia central. A lot of the people that grew up with these things are making these movies now or making it happen. A lot of this, I mean, people are noticing nostalgia is a big motivator, a big seller.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
people are looking for those franchises. And, it's crazy. I also think it has a lot to do with there's not a lot of like fresh creativity. You don't see as many new IPs coming out like there used to be. So people are
Yeah,
looking back and be like, what's out there that we can use since, there isn't something new we can jump onto.
right, right.
And
Well,
so, hey,
speaking
I'm
of
excited
sentence,
because they're digging into my old toy box and
yeah.
I would love I'm excited to see all this stuff come to life.
Well, talk about digging into your past. We got another Batman. This is Batman Returns coming from Hot Toys. I know you love your Batman. You love your Keaton Batman. You love him that much to get a Batman Returns, which I do think you have the older version of, right?
Yeah, I have the original Batman Returns version from Hot Toys, and I also have the Batman '89 from Hot Toys.
Mm,
Uh, and I love it. I always loved the iteration of the Batman Returns suit. I just thought it looked really, really cool, just because it was more
yeah,
like armored and
me
less
too.
kind of like mold body.
Hmm.
I just thought it was a really cool take on it, and I was as a kid, I always thought it was so so cool. So
Yeah.
need to see them go back to '89 and start bringing us some other stuff through Hot Toys, some updates.
Hmm.
Look how cool those heads look. I mean, I don't know if I'm in it to buy another one. I remember as a kid, though, I used to love the fact that he had this giant glider come out from under
I
his
know,
wings.
from out of nowhere. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
like, that thing is massive. Where was he hiding that thing? Like, in the old Keaton Keister.
You'll bat toot.
Yeah, man, he just whips out this massive glider and flies away, but
because
still
he's
pretty
Batman.
cool.
That's
Still
why.
pretty cool, love to have it.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. If I did 1/6, truly 1/6 scale collection, I would get this for sure. But I'm still waiting for the ultimate 1/12 version of the Batman Returns, Keaton Batman, which is also, like you said, it's my favorite version of the Keaton
Would you be
costume.
happy if In-Arts delivered a Keaton version like they did their Bale
Oh,
version?
I would melt. I'd melt. My body would melt. It would just turn into goo, into gelatinous goo if I saw it in our
Um, we'll see
preview.
what they
Because they're
do.
doing they're doing all the Snyder stuff, which is like okay, but that don't like I don't know how much reverence there is for Snyder
I
DCU.
don't know, man. You know, there's a big mob of Snyder fans out there
I
that, like,
know.
just can't let it go.
I know. Snyder snobs, but the Keaton has so much love and
I mean,
reverence.
everyone loves
We
Keaton.
all
I
do.
I appreciate it when people go back and do the Keaton stuff. He's
Yeah,
always been my Batman. I love Keaton.
yeah.
I love this version, and so, yeah, the more we get out of it, I'm very excited.
Come on, Aaron. Come on, make it happen, man. Make dreams happen. In the meantime, Gong is making a Batman Hush, and I know you love Hush, and we have the Mayfix stuff, and they're great. Do we need more Hush? Do you want another Hush Batman? Is this one really, really calling out to you?
I just have to say, yes, we do.
Yes, yes, we do. Sure.
I mean, I'm a Batman fan, I'm a Hush fan, I am a Jim Lee fan,
Yep.
and it's not even the fact that it's another Hush Batman, it's the fact that, like, these companies are doing it in these, like, different styles and these different techniques, they're using different materials, and it's just like, how cool can we make these figures look? And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm excited to just, like, check out another Hush Batman, because for me, I love the way Jim Lee rendered Batman,
Yeah.
in this series, and it's just a fantastic source material to create a figure, and the fact that these companies are doing it really, really well, really, really high end, really capturing the feel of his artwork. I mean, like, why not, you know?
I mean,
And
look
for
at that
me,
photo.
also, Batman is one of those characters that I buy a lot of. Like, I don't
Yeah.
mind collecting Batmans. I'll have a lot of iterations of Batman. For me, there's not like one, ultimate version, and once I get that one, all the rest of them can go away.
Like Spider
I
Man.
Yeah, I have so many different versions of certain characters that I don't even mind because they're just so much fun to see all the different versions and
Right.
iterations and designs that they use to create them. So, yeah,
Is
man, I'm
is
all for it.
i-
Give me more.
is Batman the character you have the most of? The most
Oh,
variants or
I
versions
have
of?
a lot of them, but, I don't know. I would say maybe Spider-Man.
Turtles?
I have more
Spider-Man.
Spider. Yeah.
Spider-Man. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm around I'm up there with Batman. Batman definitely I think number 1. Turtles is by far number 1 for me. I have so many
Oh, yeah.
versions.
Yeah, I got a lot of tons, but since there's, like, 4 of them, I don't count those as, like, an individual character.
Sure. Yeah, I guess just property wise, this is when I think of one turtle, I think of the whole, I think of the
Yeah.
collective.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just like that, and I get all turtles, basically everything as much as I can. But if it's just one character by themselves, I'm pretty sure it's Batman.
Yeah. Batman's fantastic. I got tons of them too, and yeah, they're so much fun. And so, yeah, give me more.
Yeah. So here you go, Gong Studio. We'll see what else to make. We have like Inart's doing Batman stuff. We have Gong now. We have LPZZ UPF, and their Arkham Knight Batman is outstanding. They're doing Deathstroke. They're doing a old Arkham City Batman, and then also an Arkham Asylum Batman, which look great.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a ton of Batman stuff going out there, and we'll see how. This is scary though, because it's like okay, you get this Batman. Is it just Batman? Are you getting Superman? Are you getting Catwoman?
Oh, yeah.
Are you getting Joker? Are you getting all those? Are you getting Hush?
It opens up the floodgates. And like I said,
Yes.
I think you have to decide, is it just, are
Maybe
you a
drown.
Batman collector? Are you a Hush collector? Are you a everything collector?
Are
And like
you
for me, I
psychotic?
feel like there's like one certain version that I'll collect all the figures of. Like I have a lot of the Mayfix Hush
Yes.
figures, and I'm
Yeah.
happy with those. Do I really need all the Hush figures from, like, let's say, Gone Studios here? Probably not. I'll probably maybe do a couple of them.
Hmm.
And if there's one that just like, oh my gosh, I really need it, I'll get that one. But
Yeah.
I don't think I'll have to go through and buy them all over again. Maybe one, two, maybe three. But for the
I
most part,
think this, yeah, I think for me it's like it would be a Batman Superman situation,
exactly.
because at least for Superman, there's plenty of great Supermans out there, but I do love the Hush style. And for a while, I think the Mafex Superman, that
Yeah,
was the best 6-inch Superman out
a
there.
lot of people would agree with you that that one has been the best for a long time.
Yeah, so I think this last year or two, there's been a lot of good entries into Superman action figures, and I mean, from all looks and purposes, and this one looks
I'm the
pretty awesome.
best, Michael.
There he is. Love that boy. I love you. I love you, Superman. I love you, Superman. He is the best. And if you want to get the best toys anywhere out there, you know where to go. You can go check
We
out
got him.
Hidden Temple Toys. They got them.
Talk about hot
Oh yeah.
toys.
Oof, the hottest. I mean, we can talk about hot toys because you got some big toys.
Yeah, we got
They,
some really great stuff. We got some really good stuff coming in. Like I said, this week we've gotten a lot of really fun deliveries. We've got some big collections that we've been going through. So a lot of
mm,
great stuff. If you're into like old school anime, like Macross, Robotech, Gundam, we got it. You know, if you're into like the new Street Fighter, Vega, which I was going to
yeah, the
show off.
Jada stuff.
Yeah, we just got it. We got some other Jada stuff that came in through new Marvel Legends. We've got um,
Yeah,
Evangelion, we got some
shebang
Lokis that
bang.
came in. What was that?
You got a whole shebang bang of stuff. You
Oh, we
know.
got so much great stuff. So, yeah, we just got in some of the newest Plunderlings, which, we are right now kind of like, I think we're the only ones carrying them at the moment because there was a little bit of a hiccup on their website.
Hey, 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 but who's counting?
But hey, it's more fun for those people who can come and buy them. Like again, we're available online, hiddentempletoys.com, or come and see us in person in beautiful downtown Selma, North Carolina, right off the 95.
1995, and do you still have the billboard out there?
Of course.
Oh yeah. Make sure if you see that billboard, take a pic. Well, like pull over, take a picture. If you have a passenger with you, have
No,
them take a
no, no.
photo.
You just
No,
put
it's
your
just
phone out your head and your phone out the camera. Ace
yeah.
Ventura it. No,
Pedal to the metal, hit that
don't do that.
gas, hit that nos. No, that's bad advice. I
Yeah,
wanted to ask you
don't
about
listen
this
to
though.
us.
This looked like a very intense toy session.
This was one of the most intense toy sessions we've undertaken so far. We've had like 4 massive G.I. Joe collections we've been uh, sitting on. We decided to finally just dump them all out and kind of start piecing everything together, putting together as much as we could, finding everything we can. And yeah, man, it was quite the endeavor, but it's fun, it's a lot. It looks intimidating, but it's therapeutic in a way to just kind of sit there and kind of
Mm,
go through the stuff, and you reminisce on, I remember these as a kid. Oh, I remember those pieces. Oh, this is so
yeah,
cool when you put it all together. So
yeah.
very fun stuff. Yeah, really
Oh,
cool in terms of vintage Joes.
I'm sure you've gotten so many pieces that just kind of like transport you back,
Oh
right,
yeah,
to when you had that thing,
so
or like,
many. I actually kept one of these pieces that I had as a kid that I remember I picked up when I was in Guatemala on vacation one year. We went over to their
what?
equivalent of Walmart,
Mm,
and your brother
Walmart.
got one and I got one, and it was the Sky Patrol version. It was like the all chrome version
Okay.
of the, oh, what can I remember the name of it? It's like the little helicopter thingy with the jets on the back. Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. Brain fart.
Can't help you.
Anyway, I was going through the
Yeah.
collection and I opened up a bin. There it was. I was like, whoa, instantly transported back to when I was like 9 years old. And
Mhm.
that's sitting on my display shelf in my office.
That one's like, yeah, that one's coming home. That one's staying with me,
Yeah.
at least for now, until Jen tells you to sell it. So
Nope. Never gonna sell it.
not happening. Not
She has
happening at all.
no power over me. Who's that,
Oh,
Michael?
I don't want that. We gotta check it out. I think that's the door. What's
Get
at the
it.
door? You know what it is? It's time for wow. This is
It's your prostitute. I mean, it's
that's a different show. That's a whole different
Love
show.
that new figure smell.
You've got mail.
What do you have for us on new fish smell? Talk about a new smell.
Gross.
No, new smell right here.
What do you got, Michael? You said you had something new for
Oh
us
yeah,
today.
I got something. Yeah, yeah. I was just browsing around the other day. Just looking, always like, seeing what's out there. Testing the waters of the
Test.
figure world, and I came across this figure. I should have gotten it. I should have gotten it earlier. I just never did. Just never pulled the trigger. But I saw it and it was for a good price, and I was like, let me get him. This is the Marvel Legends ROM,
Wrong. Oh, you drank the Kool-Aid.
the ROM Kool Aid. I mean, I think this is an awesome figure.
So awesome.
I don't appreciate your facetiousness,
No,
Eduardo. All right.
that was sincerity, Michael.
I mean, look great, man. It's such a cool. I think he's a standout figure from this line too, from this wave, I should say.
Oh, definitely.
Um, and he looked really cool, like a whole unique figure,
The
and just a
coolest.
awesome design. So I decided to pick up Brom.
Nice, Michael. Look at you.
Yeah, I buy toys sometimes too.
You were allowed this week.
I
You
was
are a good
allowed.
boy.
I'm given the allowance. All right, your turn.
All
What you
right.
got?
Well, speaking of toys that had come out that we just kind of hadn't picked up in a while, I kind of missed the boat on these. I was kind of bummed because I figured, I'll wait a little bit. And I always make that mistake. I'm like, I'm going to wait a little bit. And then they disappear. And it's always the ones that I don't get. So
Right.
I picked up myself my little Wiley kit. I mean
Meow.
Wiley cat, because I'm like, I'm missing these were the last two that I was missing. And so I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta get them both, why just one?
You got
Let's
the brother
let's
and
let's
sister.
get
You
the
got the
brother and
siblings.
sister together forever. And I
Okay.
get to complete my what do you call a cluster of cats, Michael?
Cluster cats.
No, Michael, that's not right. It's a litter. I
A litter.
finally get to complete my litter of Thundercats.
You
Pretty
nailed
sweet.
it. Perfect, man. Awesome.
So uneducated, Michael. Anyway. And
you're
then
you're the you're the upper statesman of the show. So
talking about drops at Hidden Temple Toys, I could not leave today without bringing home to show you guys my latest acquisition available at Hidden Temple right now. The
hey.
magnificent, vicious, violent vermin, versatile,
Ver- vermin.
Vega,
Voracious.
voracious. That's what I was trying to say.
See,
Anyway,
I know
man,
words.
you know some words, Michael. I'm proud of you. But
That's
yeah,
what
I was super excited to get this. We're always excited to add another one to our roster.
yeah.
I'm eagerly anticipating the releases of the new Street Fighter figures from Jada because they are fantastic. And this is no exception. Vega, I cannot wait to bust this one out of the package,
Whoa.
recreate the shower fight scene from Street Fighter the movie with my Chung Li. What? Michael, what? It's gonna be awesome.
I know why you like that scene.
What? It's a very well animated and
Choreographed.
choreographed battle, Michael. But anyway,
All right.
I left the most impressive for last here. Let me go ahead and show it to you because I don't know what I was going to say
Yeah. All right,
because
wordsmith.
my I took too much Tylenol today. Um, but I jumped the gun, Michael.
Wow, man, you're really falling apart right now.
Oh, apart. All right, let me start with the box.
Batteries are low.
All right, we talk about Mondo love. Here we go, Mondo. I'm
I think
telling
it's
you.
upside down. There you
I'm
go.
sorry. Yeah, and I was trying to show the.
I think you're upside down.
Yeah. Anyway, again when I'm waiting for things to show up. Mondo's no exception. I could not wait for the next one to show up. I had to get my Nightcrawler. I'm all in on their X-Men. X-Men is another one of
Yeah.
my favorites,
Yeah.
and I got it in, and I couldn't wait to show it off. I didn't open it till today because I wanted to wait for today to kind of really
Hmm.
kind of go over it and show you guys. But here he is, Bamf, right out of the
Yes.
comic book. Look at this beautiful,
Right out of the
beautiful
cartoon
one
into your little hands.
Mondo Nightcrawler. Look at this incredibly awesome figure. super, super,
How's it
versatile.
how's it feel in
It's
hand?
even got toe joints and everything. Everything you expect from a good Mondo figure. Look, I love the fact that they stamp them now with their Mondo logo
Oh,
on the
there you
bottom.
go.
So neat.
You
So
know, official Mondo
who
product.
made them. This is not
Mondo.
Hasbro. It's Mondo, baby.
It's Mondo. It's Mondo or nothing.
It's got that really awesome cell shading on the legs. You can kind of see
Mhm.
it in the face. Really fun. And of course, what makes Mondo toys so much fun, you just get a nice plethora of accessories, heads, stands, different tail,
Oh,
bamfs.
yeah.
But there's a
Bring that
couple here I
closer
want
to
to.
the center. Bring it closer to the center.
Yeah, I was gonna take them out. You can't really see them in that plastic.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
All right.
couple pieces I wanted to show here. First of all, I wanted to show the fact that my favorite thing about this iteration is that you can make the different versions. So you see here, I believe this is more like the 97 style Nightcrawler.
Mhm. Mhm.
But if you're a more of a 92 purist, you can use the 92 pure, right out of the
Oh,
comic book head. So you
on
see,
guard, mein Freud.
yeah, right out of the original cartoon, which is very, very awesome.
Love that.
And you also get uh here it is.
What else do you get, Ned?
And if you're even more of a like psycho,
Nerd.
you can which one is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, you can use the Pride of the X-Men head.
Hey, there he is. Wow, you get all three versions. That's so cool, man.
Right? You get all three versions and
I love it.
you get a bonus
97?
97 regular head. Hey, and
That's
then
cool.
you get this awesome.
You like that one?
But one of my favorite things that we talk about with Mondo
With
is that they
Mondo?
also include really cool stuff. And I thought this was so funny. They call them the little buddies.
Yes.
Look how
Oh my god,
fun
yes.
that is.
Remember we saw that this year. We saw the whole Nightcrawler
Yeah,
set
we
at
were
the
there at
WonderCon.
WonderCon when they showed it all off, and we were so excited.
Oh, it's so cute.
And you get his
Love
little
it.
buddy. How fun is that?
Little buddies.
I mean, how cool is that to just throw on the shelf next to him and you get this like fun little piece?
Love it, man.
I
Love
mean,
it, man.
stuff that they just do extra to really kind of sell it to you, and I
The whole
love it.
suite,
I love
baby.
it.
The whole suite. That's a good score. Good score this week, my friend.
Such a great score. Such a great score. So,
Yeah.
like I said, Mondo for me has always been one of my favorite toy designers. They do such an incredible job on their stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm always excited to see a Mondo box waiting for me when I get home.
I know, man. Once I got that Egon, I was like, okay, I need the rest of them because they just look.
You
The
got to do it,
boxes are
bro. You
amazing.
got to do it.
Even Chris, my wife, was just saying like, okay, that box you have to keep, and she's
Keep the
just fed
box,
up. Yeah, keep the box. You can
but
get out, but the box
sell the
stays.
toy.
Yeah, sell the toy, keep the box.
You need
So,
the box, but not the toy.
so, and it was cool that in each box and even on those you'll have a full list of the people that were involved in making the figure and the box art, everything. So you know exactly who poured their blood, sweat, and tears, and love into the
All the
toy that you
juice.
love, that you own. All their
So
juices,
much
all at
juice.
once, all for you. Great new stuff, but we also like the old stuff, and that's why we have the yellowing.
Hey!
Oh, hello. Hello to you. So, this weekend was the Ultraman Live event in New
Oh, wow. That
Jersey.
must have been so much fun, Mikey. How was it?
I didn't go.
How dare
Oh,
you?
no. I feel terrible about it. I
What
wanted
a
to go,
piece
but
of
like,
trash.
I know. I'm a trashy friend, Justin. I'm sorry. I love you, man. And he is a great guy. But I saw some pictures, saw some video. It looked amazing, and it's gonna happen again this weekend. So I'm gonna bust my ass over there to New Jersey and check it out because it looked super fun. I mean, like a whole live Ultraman stage show with giant
Whoa.
kaiju monsters and everything, and it looked awesome. So, yeah, a shout out to him. But he is not only a friend, not only a peer, but one of the best people I know.
Your
He was
long
planning the
lost adopted brother.
this is an episode of Maury, actually, and we did a blood test, and you are the brother. No, I mean at this point
He's your
we
biological
we're
father, Michael.
because we're brother. But well, I referenced Street Fighter because he had these in his closet, hidden among time, hidden just there, and he was like, you know what? Maybe you want these. I'm like, dude,
What? What?
can I get a Hadouken for some
Oh my
Resaris Street Fighter figures? What?
That's amazing.
Look at this, dude. Look at these. These were the ones that just made you fall in
What
love all over again with Street Fighter.
what contract did you sign your soul for, Michael?
I don't know, but I don't regret it because I am so. These are so cool. I was never able to get Ryu and Ken. I only got Charlie because of you.
And now look at
So
that. Someone else's wonderful generosity
I
has
know
now bestowed upon you two of the greatest collectible Street Fighter figures ever made.
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I mean, this is amazing, dude. Rosaris. Remember the days of KB? I think I remember seeing Sagat back in the day, and I just never got it. As a player two, I was like, I want player one, and I should have just gotten player
Been
two.
there,
But
Michael.
yeah, I know. But these are amazing. Shout out to Justin Bandai. Super cool. I'm blown away by it. They look
You
awesome.
should be,
This
Michael.
is
You don't
these are
deserve
the,
those.
I really don't.
No, no,
I'm a piece of crap.
he should have not given those to you.
No, I'm a grade A creep. I don't deserve any of this goodness. So I don't know what I don't know what he was thinking, but whatever I did to fool him, I don't regret it. So
Did you Bill
yeah, but
Cosby him into giving you those?
it implies so many things.
I know, I know.
No, that did not happen. This was a genuine relationship that we developed between two consenting adults, and it just happened to be that he wanted to offload these figures, and I took
I'm
them.
not buying it. I'm gonna launch a full investigation.
All right, all right. Go talk to our HR department if figures not included, and let's see what
Jen!
happens. All right, what about you? Got anything for the yellowing? Besides
Nope.
yourself?
I'm
There
the
you
only
go.
old and yellow thing around here. Or
Out of
as
pocket.
my work associate calls me brown. Too much brown.
Brown and yellow. Maybe tomorrow you should just wear all yellow.
I
So
just wear all yellow tomorrow. What are
like
you gonna say
a
now?
you look like a peanut M&M.
Probably would.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Anything else you want to let our adoring fans know? Again, we're on the road to 1K. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're gonna do an awesome giveaway. We have some live shows planned in December. We have a couple of guests, maybe a few guests in mind. If you haven't yet, we have a friend, Wade Unparalleled. He's in the middle of his Kickstarter for Odious. Go support it. Go check it out. He's got some cool figures. Got a Cowboy Odious, Army Odious. Definitely worth your time and possibly your patronage. So give it a look, see, and maybe you want to support. And then, and Nightcrawler, and also support you as well. Love that Nightcrawler. It's good. It's good. We need a 6-inch one though. I mean, I love the Mondo one, but we need a premium 6-incher
They've done a
Nightcrawler.
bunch of 6 inchers.
Well, Marvel Legends had, yeah, but we can bump up. We can make it a
Oh, you want
premium.
that mezco.
The Mezco one looked pretty cool too. I'm
Yeah.
getting made.
Imagine
Yeah.
if a Nightcrawler, what do you call him? Mafex would be really awesome too because
Chuck.
posability wise,
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
give me that. Give me all of that, and give me all of your subscriptions and your likes and comments. We love it all. We love to engage with you guys. Make sure you follow us on Instagram too. All the socials, and we'll be here next week to talk toys. But that Nightcrawler is awesome, man. Can I have it?
No.
Why not?
Figures not included, Michael. Sorry.
Not right. You do it to your own co-host?
Heck yeah.
Jerk. All
I
right,
do it more to
whatever. I'm
you
out of here.
anyway.